Hello, spooky crew. Our tote bag drawing is officially closed, and we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who entered. We are so grateful for the love and the support, and we have loved reading your reviews. Missed the tote? No worries. We're still sending out high-quality vinyl stickers while supplies last. Just email us proof of your rating and review along with your mailing address to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, and we'll get one headed your way. Quick promise, your address is only for mailing the sticker. No emails, no selling info, no funny business, just spooky gratitude. Thanks again for supporting the show. You are the reason we do this.
You're listening to the Spooky Darlings, and this is our FUF episode, Follow Up Friday. I'm Haley.
I'm Nettie.
I'm Emily.
And sisters, what's the news?
Oh, so much happening. First of all, anyone who's an avid TikToker knows about Gerald the Dolphin and his kidnapping of a man who happened to be like working for Lockheed Martin or whatever it's called, the defense company, Lockheed Martin, who had special knowledge about underwater structures, who was kidnapped by dolphins, who was then discovered like drawing blueprints in the sand and then taken into a hospital, deemed mentally fit. That's the thing, is everyone's like, well, he must be crazy. But no, he was deemed completely mentally sound. Reports said that they found water in his lungs that was matching deep sea water. It wouldn't have been water in his lungs if he had just been like shallowly in the ocean, and also like material in his lungs. And he said that he had been kidnapped by a group of dolphins. The lead was named Gerald. They asked him how he breathed. He said Gerald took care of that, and that he was underwater in their dolphin kingdom, helping them build a kingdom for like 3 days. And the only thing wrong with him was dehydration, and that the dolphins like returned him to the sand, or like up to the shore where he swam to shore. And that's when he was drawing the blueprints in the sand, like trying to remember what he had worked on. And then the craziest part of this was that his specialty was like actually underwater planning and construction. But after all of that, Haley, what do you have to say about it?
Have you heard that this has been debunked?
Well, yes, I have heard. But I wanted to talk about it. And I will say, debunked by whom? The government?
Okay, so I'm going to take this. Snopes says that it was like the original story came from a satire website. So it was all started as a joke.
What satire website?
Let me tell you what Snopes
Because if Snopes
says.
can't even give us an original thing, then I'll say the government is once again trying to limit our communication with dolphins.
I completely agree with you on that, because did you hear of the dolphin experiment where they were trying to get dolphins to speak? This was a CIA experiment, and then a woman and a dolphin fell in love.
I did hear
And they
about
made
that.
like a habitat for the two of them.
I don't like that, but I heard
And
it.
then they suspended. I think from what I remember, if this is correct, the dolphins were getting like too intelligent. And so the CIA cut that experiment.
And you know, like at some point, I don't know the exact year, but at some point, the U.S. government said, don't talk to dolphins or interact with dolphins. It's now illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
So why are they telling us not to interact with dolphins? And then this story comes out about Gerald, and everyone's like, holy cow, I believe this. Why do I believe this? This is nuts. And then suddenly there's like no,
Okay, so
this didn't happen, little human.
Snopes says that it first came out on a social media account called The Dude Humor Report. That was the first.
So what are we saying? Funny guys can't tell the truth?
I think
Exactly.
that's what they're trying to make us believe.
So, okay, the Dude Humor reported it.
Yeah. And they flagged it as satire, but it kind of went viral.
Yeah. I mean, I got to say, I was hooked.
Me
yeah,
too.
I was too. And actually,
I didn't know if I believed it. I was sort of like, whoa, that could be true. So many crazy things are happening.
I was fascinated by it. And I will say also, I'm really tired of all these fake things coming up, because you get your hopes up about something being true and then it's not. And I have 2 cases that I'm going to share with you.
Well, really quick, before you share these cases, oh wait, stop me if I'm talking about something that you were about to talk about, but like the government does experiment on us to see how like susceptible we are to like fake stories and what the population will believe.
They don't need to experiment. They could just come straight to me and I'll let them know. Yeah, I believed it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, well, so I saw it, and this was also from the Dude Humor Report, which I'm just now seeing. It says, Florida man arrested after opening illegal vampire hunting business in cemetery. And I screenshotted this last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to share this on FUF with my sisters.
And you, as you should. I'm so glad you are.
Well, and then I Google it, and there's not a single news article about this man being arrested for vampire, whatever. It's all just links to social media accounts sharing the same story, and it's fake. And another
the police department where this Dolphin guy was supposedly like arrested and taken to, they have no record of this man's arrest, and they've like sent out statements saying, no, it didn't happen.
Yeah, because
no one was kidnapped by dolphins.
Who's in charge of records?
Exactly.
Yeah. Also,
no, actually, I'm watching a documentary of the octopus murders where the software for government
you need to do an episode on
government record keeping. This is back in the 80s. Oh my God, you guys. It goes so deep. It goes all the way to the
push
top.
to digital. I always said back in the early aughts, when everything was going digital, I was like, I feel uncomfortable about this. I feel like this is a government setup so they can delete anything. Well, the minute everything's digital, it is so easy to erase.
And
it's like it's way easier to burn books.
Mm-hmm. And there's a whole thing, you guys.
Right,
our government is watching us always. And Ghislaine Maxwell's father, even though he's not mentioned in this documentary, is involved.
In the octopus murders?
In the octopus murders. Okay. He had hold of the software.
Are you going to do an episode on this? Because I know nothing about it.
I feel like I'm going fucking nuts, you guys. Like, just nothing is real. We can't trust our government.
Well, that's why
I can't trust either side.
It's almost why, like, you can't tell if something's satire or not because, first of all, we know that aliens are real. Like the government has basically said that they are. So, and they
tried to gaslight us for so long.
And we've also been told not to talk to dolphins.
Well, now I'm going to only talk to dolphins.
And then you hear like, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. This is the launch of my dolphin podcast now.
Don't talk to dolphins because Gerald might try to get you to come and help him build a city. And he doesn't know you need fresh water.
Okay, so in my defense, when I met Gerald, he didn't tell me he was a dolphin right away.
Yeah. And Nettie, that's called a dolphin labor camp.
Yes. Well, human labor.
Okay.
Camp.
So the other one that I saw, and this was on Reddit, and I got really excited. The headline was Chicago man arrested after repeatedly stealing guns off of police officers using a toy dino grabber. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes, they need to train police against these toy dino grabbers.
We need to.
And I couldn't find any real news reports about it. It was all just, I mean, this was the Reddit thread that it was posted on was Mad Lads. I don't know.
Mad Lads sounds a little bit like Dude Humor.
It's similar to Dude Humor. And I was like really, really disappointed.
But how do we know? Okay.
I mean, the website was funny.com, so maybe that should have been my first clue.
Well, yes, funny.
I am ordering us all dino grabbers now.
You know what I want?
We need them.
What I want is a truth stone. So when I hold it, it will tell me if what I'm reading is truth or fact or fiction.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I found it.
Thanks.
Anyways, what I will say is that I do the same thing. I hear a story and I look it up in like mainstream media, and I often will not find it, but I'll find so many reports of people talking about it. And I do feel like we live in an age where we know our mainstream media is not telling us the truth. It's compromised. It's bought and paid for. I think that, I don't know that I'm going to misquote it, but I believe that so much of our media is all owned by one conglomerate and completely controlled.
Guess who used to own the Mirror? Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. And he owned several other news outlets.
Wow. It's hard to know what's truth and what's not. I think like going with our gut, I guess it's not surprising that a lot of people would believe the story about Gerald kidnapping this man. And I would say I would not be surprised if we found out that trying to make us feel foolish about believing it is also a government thing, saying, of course, that didn't happen.
Well, it's like when the government tried to make everybody feel crazy about MK Ultra. They're like, "What do you? We're not trying to do brain experiments on anybody. What are you talking about?"
Or about the Epstein files, like in what year was it? Like 10 years ago when we were first taught about it, or like told about it, and people made it seem like it was a giant conspiracy.
Yeah, guess who was involved with Jeffrey Epstein's first pardon in like 2008 in Florida? Pam Bondi.
Oh, Pam.
So,
Pam, I had a bad feeling about you since the first time I saw you.
Just whatever your alignment is, left, right, center, you can't trust our government. And that is my message to the people.
But I loved the story of Gerald the Dolphin.
I did too. I was really enthralled by it, honestly. And I was enchanted.
I did see footage of where it was reported this guy was found of helicopters like scanning the ocean. And people were like, guys, this is where the guy was supposedly brought back to the surface by Gerald the Dolphin.
I saw that too.
What's happening?
Is it all just AI? Like, I don't know. It's such a weird time that we live in.
Good point.
This AI stuff.
Which I don't think is a coincidence, is this like sudden acceleration with our AI, the involvement of Peter Thiel, and he's in the Epstein files, and name after name after name of perpetrators who are in the Epstein files and their involvement with progression of
just shaping our content today, right? Everything.
Exactly.
And our surveillance.
Exactly.
Which is why I think that people...
And Donald Trump was friends with Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father.
Yeah. Well, and also
there is evidence of that.
Yes. And TikTok is highly controlled. Like a lot of us are, we're all on TikTok. We all like get a lot of our information on TikTok. Remember that like a big thing Donald Trump did even before he was reelected as president was to make sure he saved TikTok. But it's so highly censored. And people are saying if you can sometimes see a video where they're like, you guys, this is my new account because my other account got banned because I was trying to say this. And if I say this word at all, I'll get banned. So I'm trying to use a code. Like we've all seen videos like that.
Yeah. The TikTok in the US is different than the TikTok out there.
It's absolutely different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Go ahead, Emily. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this isn't news related, but I did check our email, and we got an email from a listener last night about our Kentucky Cryptid episode that released yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Which is kind of fun.
Yes,
Yay.
Would you like me to read it?
I haven't. Yes, I haven't. I didn't even know we got one. I'd love to hear it.
Hi, spooky darlings. I just finished your episode about Kentucky cryptids, and I swear the universe is messing with me. A few years ago, my sister and I were driving through rural Kentucky late at night on the way back from a concert in Louisville. I think that's how you say it.
Louisville. Yeah.
It was one of those stretches of road where there are no street lights and the trees feel like they're closing in on you. We were already a little on edge because we had just been talking about the Pope monster. Bad idea in hindsight.
Oh my gosh, that's the bridge one. Haley, right? That's the one you did, the bridge.
That's the one Haley did. So at one point we slowed down because something was standing near the edge of the road ahead. At first I thought it was a deer, but it looked wrong. It was tall and kind of hunched over, and when our headlights hit it, it turned toward us. The eyes reflected super bright, almost silver, and for a split second it looked like it was standing on two legs.
Oh.
My sister screamed, I slammed on the gas, and we did not stick around to investigate. Like the brave paranormal investigators we definitely wish we were.
Oh. I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have just turned the headlights onto it because when Brett and I ran into a badger, I stopped and was like, oh my gosh, it's a badger. And Brett was like, go, drive. We were like a golf cart and it was literally 2 feet from Brent. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at it. He's like, go, drive.
Badgers are dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
He was like, how could you stop?
Okay, so she says, was it probably just a deer doing something weird? Maybe. but it was in the middle of the night, right near an old railroad trestle, and the timing after listening to cryptid stories felt way too perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, love the show. Your cryptid episodes are my favorite. Please keep them coming because now I have something new to blame for my irrational fear of dark country roads.
I love it. I'm so glad we had a Kentucky listener for our Kentucky episode.
Stay spooky, Megan from Indiana. So she wasn't actually from Kentucky. She was from Indiana. She said she was on a road trip in Kentucky.
Oh, coming back from Louisville. Oh my gosh, Megan. Well, we've already done Indiana.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, Megan, and thanks for sharing your story.
Oh my gosh.
Megan. Oh
I mean,
gosh. Let's send Megan a sticker.
Good job pressing on the gas because holy smokes, I don't know if I would have like hit the brakes, then hit the gas like you did with the Badger.
I was definitely so curious about the Badger because it ran across the road in front of us, went into a hole. So then I stopped and was like, oh my gosh, that was a badger hole. Then it turned around in the hole and stuck its head out. And that's when Brent was like, go, go, go. And I'm like, but look at the Badger.
Wait,
Anyway.
is this before or after Honey Badger Don't Care?
Oh, way after. This was when we went to Sylvie's Ranch.
Oh, so it's recent.
Yeah, I mean, like 5 years ago. 21 probably. 2021. 4 years. What year is it? 26? 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, I'm just saying I think that my instinct would be to put on the brakes and stare at it and shine my lights on it.
Yeah. That makes me think of the time I swear when I was at that concert with Sage. Have I already told this story on the podcast where it was at the concert with Sage and Astrid?
I don't think so. I don't think you've told it.
Sage wanted to try to get backstage to see, like, I can't even remember, like...
you guys at Lilith Fair?
No, we were at Bumbershoot in Seattle.
Oh, Bumbershoot.
And she wanted to get backstage to see, like, House of Pain or something like that. Like, I can't even remember, but we tried to get to the entrance and the security guards were like, nope, you can't go past here. And Sage was like, please, we really need to, like, go back there. And I saw this creature, like, scaling the wall. And I was like, oh, my gosh, look, a wombat. And they were like, nice try. And it was probably not a wombat because that's like a marsupial from Australia, maybe.
Australia.
I don't know, actually, but it was some sort of creature. Probably not a wombat. They wouldn't even look. They thought it was like my decoy tactic to be like, look, and then run on by.
Scamper.
I believe what's so funny is that I've heard you tell this story, and I was so focused on you trying to like get backstage that I kind of like forgot that you saw a weird creature scaling the wall.
It was a weird little creature. It was like much bigger than a squirrel.
Wait, and where was this again?
In Seattle.
Bumbershoot in Seattle.
I don't know. The
you
Pacific
need to look
Northwest doesn't have like at least like categorized weird creatures.
But it
has lots of cryptids.
It would have been like the size of a raccoon,
marmot?
I guess, but not. It was like brown. So I mean, who knows? It could have been something. Something that.
Well, it was obviously a cryptid.
Yes.
And we won't know anything until we get to Washington cryptids, so we won't even be able to look it up.
Can't even.
Yeah, the Washington gravedigger.
The Washington wombat.
Well, Megan, I'm so glad you saw my cryptid, the goat man of Poplick.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's wild.
Well, yeah, it's crazy that it was near a railroad trestle and that it was like a deer, but not a deer.
Megan, email us your address and we will send you a free sticker and magnet.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, email Emily if you don't mind replying to her email.
Sure. Yes, of course. I will do it.
Yeah, thank you. And telling her we can get her a sticker.
And no funny business with those emails, we promise.
Yeah, we're not after any of your information. Did you have another?
No,
thing?
not right now.
Okay, I have like one sort of serious story and one, I mean, both are serious, but one's like, okay, I'm going to talk about the true crime one. One's a paranormal, one is a true crime. Cold case, solved. I got to tell you, when I read this article, I was angry for like 2 days. First of all, I was happy. Because there was a sweet little 13-year-old girl murdered on May 23rd of 1982 named Sarah Gear. Here is her picture, Haley. Isn't she just the sweetest?
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
Sweetest little, just beautiful 13-year-old girl. Can you hold that up for Emily?
Yeah.
Sarah Gear, her murder was solved through DNA recently, like in the past couple of weeks. Like, look at her. She's so little. She's a little 13-year-old girl. Just like, let's keep that in mind.
And she's wearing a beautiful flower crown.
Unsolved. I mean, it was so awful. She was last seen leaving a friend's house in California. And then the next morning, a firefighter found her body in a secluded area. And she had been sexually assaulted and she had been strangled. And it was ruled a homicide, but they just said that due to limited forensic evidence, no suspect was identified and the case was cold for decades. 44 years later, the jury found James Unick, U-N-I-C-K, Unick, 64, guilty of killing her this last February 13th, 2026. She would have been 57 had she not been murdered.
Ugh.
They use genetic genealogy, which is my favorite new thing. I just hope so many killers are shaking in their boots still. Mm-hmm. They use genetic genealogy. And so first he denied it. He said, no way. I don't know her. I've never met her. And then when they said, well, we have your DNA, we found it in her. Like you assaulted her and left your DNA. He then tried to say that this tiny little 13-year-old girl propositioned him.
Gross.
And that they then had consensual sex in the alley and that he left her alive and he had no idea what happened after that.
Ew.
So they tracked him through DNA, but they had to wait till he discarded a cigarette. So he had been being watched by private detectives, and they waited till he discarded a cigarette.
But he was 13 years older than her, right?
Oh, yeah. He was significantly...
He was 26 and she's 13.
Older, and said that a little 13-year-old girl propositioned him. It made me so mad that this person who took someone else's life couldn't just say when he was caught, yes, I did it.
Ugh.
That he had to then say, no, I didn't do it. Oh, okay, fine. I was embarrassed to admit it, but she propositioned me.
Anyone's fault but his.
The worst kind of human. Just the worst. No, this 13-year-old girl did not proposition you, you disgusting, vile...
piece of shit.
Yes, exactly. I was so angry after reading what he tried to use as an excuse. Mm-hmm. No, she did not. No, she did not. Absolutely 100%. No. She did not proposition you.
He's a predator. He attacked a vulnerable girl and then murdered her.
Yeah, 2 hours. That's all it took them to deliberate and find this man guilty, because that is what a terrible person he is. He will not be actually sentenced until April 23rd, but he was found guilty. And most likely will be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. According to prosecutors, that is the sentence that is that he was found guilty of, and that is what is expected that he will be sentenced to. So I'm so happy for her family and for her loved ones that it was found, but I just wish that there could be just a modicum of regret,
right?
Of saying, I've been I don't know,
and I don't think she was the last. A crime like that, it's not the first, and it wasn't the last. If he was 64?
63, 64, yeah, something like that.
How many other victims are out there?
I mean, I don't know if he had other victims.
Is he a serial killer?
If it was a one-time thing, but I don't want to say respect, but I guess appreciation. I appreciate it when I hear these stories and they say, I've been waiting for this day. Yes, I did it. That is the one thing, the one redeeming thing that's left is to just
own it,
admit it.
I mean,
you did the worst thing you could possibly do. You took an assault, raped and killed a tiny little, sweet little angel.
Child.
The least you can do is just say, you caught me. Instead of, well, she propositioned me. What? I was so angry. I was angry for days.
Yeah, that's really maddening.
And I don't know, maybe he had other victims. I mean, Haley, you might be right. Usually these are not a one and done.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't just suddenly attack, rape, and murder a child. So I would be curious. I don't know if they've run his DNA through CODIS or something.
I think they have.
Okay.
At this point, I don't know. That's a good question. We should keep our eye on it, though. April 23rd is the sentencing. Oh, it was just one of those cases where I was I'm so happy to read cold cases being solved. But his response just made me want to punch him in the face repeatedly.
Let's go and visit him and punch him in the face repeatedly.
I think he may be sentenced to prison in a place where he may be punched in the face repeatedly.
I hope he doesn't know a day of peace.
Listen,
I hope so, too.
yeah, I know. And if we did go visit him, they'll be like, no touching. We'll be like, oops, sorry.
Like, not even once real quick with my fist?
Like, what if I don't even what if it's not even 1 second? It's just boom, 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 boom.
Mm.
Oh, well, that one's really sad, Nettie.
Sad, but also just love it when these cases get solved.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. Like, what a sweet girl.
Okay, we did have... go ahead. Sorry.
Nope. I just was going to say she just had so much life ahead of her. Like, she obviously was a vibrant young girl. What were you saying, Emily?
I was just going to say that we had... This feels like the wrong time to say it now that we went back to that. I don't know. I was going to transition to us having a really fun shout out on our Instagram from one of Haley's clients. And I wanted Haley to share about it.
Yes. So my friend and client, Tron on Travel on Instagram, her name is Sam Belote, and she's just such a fun person.
Yes.
So
we both met her, Emily. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah. So go follow her on Instagram, TrononTravel on Instagram. She did such a fun shout out to us on Friday the 13th, which our episode that released on Friday the 13th, we didn't even acknowledge.
No, we didn't realize that it was going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think we realized when we recorded it that it was going to be released on Friday the 13th.
But she just did such a fun little shout out to us. So Sam Belote, thank you. We love you.
Thank you, Sam.
And just thank you so much for your wonderful support.
Yeah, that was really, if she said such nice things, and I love what she does.
And I was just going to say, I really love her new account that she started, which is, I know you guys both live in Eastern Oregon. That's where we're all from, and I don't live there, but you do. She's doing kind of just local shout outs to places to go visit, whether it's restaurants or hikes or, whatever. She's just kind of is starting a page that's like your go-to for tried and true recommendations, which is kind of invaluable. It's really awesome that she's doing that. And I love it. So give it a follow if you're ever going to Eastern Oregon or if you're there already.
Yeah. Tron on Travel. Don't miss it.
Tron on Travel. Okay. I've got one more very serious case. This is actually kind of nuts. So in northeastern Ohio, within 5 days, there were 8 reported Bigfoot sightings. And this is insane because they're all from unrelated people that are calling in and saying that they've seen what they can only describe as Bigfoot. And if you trace where the sightings started and where they're ending, it looks like Bigfoot or a herd of Bigfoots are traveling through Northeast Ohio. And you can find information on this if you go to Bigfoot Society on TikTok. But it's crazy. And these are people... this is the thing. It's you can go in and he tells the individual stories. These are people who have lived in the country, who know what is a bear. They know what is a deer, and they know what they are seeing is not a bear, is not a deer, is not a wolf, is not a dog. Haley.
Did anyone get a photo or video?
No, so far, no photos, no videos. As far as I know of this. And I know that so many critics will say so funny how no one's cell phone works and Bigfoot is around. To which I will say, one of the people who reported their sighting, and this is not someone, because they track on these sites that take in Bigfoot reporters, they track the people that report often that they think are perhaps doing it for attention or making it up. They have ways of tracking this. Everyone that reported these were new. This woman and her daughter reported seeing Bigfoot so close as they were driving on a road, so close to the car that the woman said that if she had rolled down her window, her daughter could have reached out her hand in the back seat and touched his fur. But she said his face was blurry. That is the thing that's crazy to me, is that people often talk about Bigfoot being a dimension, like a multidimensional being. She said that he
feel
moved
like I've heard this
very
before.
strangely, almost like stilt-like the way he was moving. His arms were really long, but she said when she saw him, it was like clearly like, I'm looking at Bigfoot, but that his face was blurry and that the fur around his face also got lighter. Brown fur, huge, like she said, 6 to 8 feet tall. And that was like most of the sightings. But if you go to Bigfoot Society on TikTok, there's a bunch of them. There's even like the map that shows sort of like the travel and why they think it's multiple, because it seemed like there were sightings that sort of showed him moving or showed them moving. And then another sighting that was back where they had come from that seemed to be following in the same direction, almost like it was trying to catch up with the herd.
Oh, so I've seen that guy's TikToks before, and it's super fascinating. Like he'll share anytime there's like a credible sighting or any kind of cluster of
And who is this TikTok user?
Bigfoot Society on TikTok.
Bigfoot Society. He did a bunch in Oregon, but I always thought Oregon was like the hotbed of Bigfoot sightings, but apparently it's actually Ohio.
Wow. We should go to that Bigfoot expert in Baker.
Yes, I want to so badly. I'll find out more about him eventually if I just am reminded enough times.
Bigfoot expert, Bigfoot expert, Bigfoot expert, Baker.
We'll do it.
Fun.
I want to. You guys, anything else? Oh, we wanted to read some of our reviews. We've just really so appreciate people writing us reviews. We thought we'd give like shout outs to some of our listeners by reading their reviews on our FUFs as a thank you.
So, a big thank you to Twin Sheets. And they say, mark my review as this podcast is going places. These spooky darlings are engaging with their own experiences to their research stories they have spent time on and retelling. Love the giggles the sisters have with one another, even though it's hard to differentiate on who is talking as they sound similar. It will be my goal to tell who is who by the 8th or sooner episodes. LOL. Keep up the work, girls. Can't wait to see this grow.
Oh my gosh.
And I know exactly who that is. That is my friend
my
Tanya.
gosh.
I love you, Tanya. Thank you.
She is such a supportive listener, and I love every interaction that I have with her on our social media. She's such a treat.
She's just the nicest. And like in real life, just she's such a wonderful,
Thank you, Tanya.
wonderful person.
That's very nice. I love what she said.
Love that.
Let's do another. Let's do a couple more.
So, okay, someone who I don't know who they are, Ms. Medu or Ms. Medu, MSMEDU. They say, I absolutely love this podcast. The way these three ladies tell the story is not only entertaining, but also informative and interesting. Makes me feel like I'm hanging out with three friends talking about scary stories.
You are.
Can't wait to hear more episodes. Keep them coming. Do either of you know who that was?
I don't think
I
so.
don't. I mean, but if you're listening and you're the person that wrote it and we should know who you are, tell us.
Yes, because
Email
no one
us.
would know my Apple Podcast name. No one would know it was me.
Yeah.
Because I chose it literally like, oh, I need a name. What chapstick am I holding? That's literally how I chose my name.
All right. So email us at thespookydarlings@gmail.com. Let us know who you are. We'll send you a sticker.
Let's do one more.
One more. This is Close 2020. Love the dynamics and sister back and forth. Find myself laughing along with them. Enjoy that the content is interesting and informative.
Oh.
And I actually also know who that is. That's my client, Ashley.
Oh, I know her too.
Yeah.
Yes. She's great.
Well,
Thank you, everyone, for your
Yes.
reviews. We'll read more next time. And if you want your review read, you just leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and
You can
we'll
also
give you a shout out.
leave us a comment on Spotify, but we're still trying to figure out how to find those.
I think we just go to each episode. You can see what comments have been made. So, like if somebody has commented on the
Yes.
episode, we just have to go into each individual episode and read the comments.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
share them there too. We love all the comments we get.
Emily, I know that you did some work as our social media person on getting us finally on YouTube. Can we announce to our listeners that we are on YouTube?
Yes. So we are live on YouTube. Every episode is there. We haven't quite yet separated it into, we were hoping to finally get it to like have our main episodes in chronological order and then our cryptid episodes and then our FUFs kind of so you can listen to them by categories if you want to. We haven't gotten that yet, but we do have our entire catalog up on YouTube. We don't have any video really yet. It's just kind of our logo with the audio.
All three of us do work full-time jobs.
Yes.
So our time is limited, but we want to bring whatever we can to you, our listeners.
Yeah. And we do keep talking about hiring various children of ours to do this for us. We're just having a hard time getting buy-in from these kiddos.
So listen, that's exactly what happened. Though I got my college-age son to help me get the YouTube channel up, and it was easier than I thought, and it was great, and he was super useful, and he got to earn enough money to take his girlfriend out for dinner. So,
oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, kiddo. We love you.
Yeah, and I've been like trying to get my high school son to write us our theme song for ages now.
Oh yeah,
I think he keeps saying he's going to do it. He's like, "Oh yeah," every time. "Oh yeah." So don't worry, a theme song might be coming.
Might not.
I wrote one, but just have never recorded it. And then I was like, whatever, Theo, write one. We'll use that instead. So we'll see.
Yeah. Options.
Hey, if any of your kiddos want to write one.
Hey, listeners, should we have a theme song? Should we not have a theme song?
Hey,
Weigh in.
Submit us a theme song and we might use it.
Do you have a theme song for us? thespookydarlings@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Not too long of one, though, because, you got to kind of get through it.
30 seconds.
No, that's shorter.
Or less.
Yes.
Probably like.
Although we can put it at the end. It's like we'd snip it for the beginning, the whole thing at the end, as we do our out credits, whatever you call them.
Outtake, outro.
Outtake, yeah. Outro. Hey, who's doing our outro today? Isn't it you brought us in, right, Haley? So, Emily, will you take us out?
I sure will. Thank you for listening. And as always, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and now YouTube, which, you can just find our episodes there, but at the Spooky Darlings. And you can email us any of your
I think it's the Spooky Darlings podcast.
You can email us. Wait, sorry, what?
So on TikTok and Instagram, it's the Spooky Darlings podcast, but on YouTube, is it just the Spooky Darlings?
On YouTube, it's the... Sorry, let me check.
No, it's okay. I click on our two of our social medias. Is YouTube considered social media? I guess not really. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so on TikTok and Instagram, it's the Spooky Darlings podcast, but our podcast is called the Spooky Darlings. But on YouTube, which one is it? And our email is just thespookydarlings@gmail.
So the YouTube is the Spooky Darlings. We can add podcast maybe if it's not taken. Well, let's just see. Maybe I should.
I think it's fine to just make it the Spooky Darlings. So YouTube, the Spooky Darlings.
For now, it's the Spooky Darlings. Maybe we'll add podcast to it.
Maybe if we can add podcast, let's do it so it's just seamless.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And then if you have any comments, questions, requests, if you still want a sticker while we have them left, you can email us at thespookydarlings@gmail.com. And as always, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
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 5 stars. Oh, hey, this is Jeanette with a little postscript. Our YouTube channel name is officially The Spooky Darlings Podcast, so find us there on YouTube. And an update, there was a meteor that hit in Ohio, and a bunch of people are speculating that the Bigfoot migration was that the herd of Bigfoot knew that the meteor was coming, so they were moving themselves away from where the meteor was going to strike. Anyway, just fun speculation. Stay tuned for some sister banter.
Okay, sorry. I won't make you guys listen to the whole thing.
Paul Coffin.
Mm-hmm. Send me the song. Send the song to the sister chat so I can consider it for the socials.
I will send it to you right now.
And would you title your send your text message for your consideration?
Yes.
We're now going to start submitting things to Emily for your consideration, madame.
Madame.
Thank you, madame.
More like your damn.
Yes, but by you, by me, not the by you, by me, the by me. Did you guys see that TikTok of the little girl going, where the dad's like, "We're going to Miami," and she's like, "No, we're not. We're going to Mommy's Ammy. Mommy, where are we going?" She's like, "We're going to Miami." She's like, "See, Daddy, not your Ammy. It's Mommy's Ammy."
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's like that little boy that was like, where the mom was like, "Hey, look, it's Hydrangea. Can you say Hydrangea?" And the boy's like, "Hydrangea, I'm Michael."
It reminds me of when
That is so cute.
when little Henry, when Brett and I were living with the Nelsons with Diane and Joel, and little Henry was 4 years old. Joy was 8, and she was like, "Mom, look, I see a satellite. Mom, look, I see another satellite." And Henry goes, "Mom, look, I see a happy light."
Cute.
And then we were all chuckling about it, and Henry taps me and he goes, "But he really did," with the saddest eyes, "but he really did see a happy light."
Oh my god.
And I was like, "Henry, you're so cute." Cutest little 4-year-old with his giant eyes.
Oh.
Before we disappear into the shadows, don't forget, we're still sending out vinyl stickers. Leave us a rating and review and email us proof to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, along with your mailing address, and we'll send you some spooky snail mail while supplies last. And if your heart is still mourning that tote bag, may we gently tempt your way toward our merch store at thespookydarlings.printful.me. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Thanks for listening. And as always, stay spooky.